Hi, welcome back to my mini series on Todoist for beginners. So for really beginners, people who have not touched Todoist at all, who may have tried it before but has not worked, who may be migrating from another platform, from another task manager that has not worked for them. So it's really for beginners, and it's intended to get you going with the bare minimum so you can start gaining experience. In the first video, we looked at how to set it up from scratch. Video 2, we looked at evening routine. Video 3, we looked at the morning routine. And in video 4, we looked at using filters and labels. Now in this course, or in this video, we will look at projects and areas. Now, I need to talk a moment about what projects and areas are, because these are important. You don't absolutely need to have projects and areas to use Todoist. It may even be beneficial to actually start without them at the beginning, to just work with this view. But I'm going to cover it anyway, because some people like to have projects and areas. A project is something that has a beginning and an end. So you're working towards a goal, so it has an end. So a project is something that has beginning and an end. It has a specific outcome. You're trying to achieve something. An area is something different. An area is something where you're trying to keep a certain level of performance. So you will see when we set it up, it becomes a bit clearer. So we're going to start really from scratch again. And I'm going to create 3 projects that are actually real projects I have in my task manager setup. So we will have projects. How do I add a project here? Add a section. Okay, so we have projects, and what we're going to add is a section. So this is actually a new feature. So let's do a first project, which is clean up Notion. I have a tool which I use for project management, and it's a bit of a mess. So clean up Notion is one. Then I need to have a new section, which is then we need to do let's do a second, which is the weekend in London. Okay, now what I like to do is to add dates. So I add a date, which is the starting date of my project, and weekend in London, this is something I've started to plan here. So now I have 2 projects where I could start adding tasks. Now the difference between adding task in this view and adding task in the projects view is that in this view you're focusing on what am I trying to do here. So you're not so much reacting, but you're being a bit more proactive. So for example, if I say clean up Notion, I need to standardize the project pages for the current projects. Okay, so now I have a task which is in clean up Notion, and let's see where this comes in the inbox. It's nowhere in the inbox. Okay, so this is not in the inbox, it's in projects. Okay, you see, it's not in the inbox, but I could add a priority to it. I could add a due date to say I want to do this today. So now if I look at my today view, I have a priority 4 item which comes from projects, but actually the priority for this item should be higher. So I'm gonna give it a higher priority. I'm giving it a priority 2. So now you see that I have tasks that are coming from my inbox, and tasks which are coming from my projects. Let's just do a second one. Second project, where are my projects? Are here. So weekend in London. For the weekend in London, the open task is I need to, because the hotel is booked, so let's say book hotel, book plane, air travel, and then I need to enter API for my flight to London. Okay, so this now is related to this project, which is the trip to London. Now this is, in terms of priority, it's obviously high priority, because if I don't fill it, I think it's high priority. Maybe I don't. Maybe I can travel, but never mind, okay? And I have a due date, which is going to be just before my trip to London, which is going to be, say, here, okay? So then I add the task, and these two, they're already done, so I can remove them. So now I have projects, and I would recommend that you're not too, you really only have the project which you're working on, and you don't try to like put everything, but just the projects which are happening beside your daily business. Okay, so my recommendation here is don't put all your daily business projects in it, but just put the projects that otherwise would be forgotten. So that's important. That's what I'm trying to get with this task manager. Don't use the task manager really as a project manager, but keep it as a place to keep an eye on other areas of your life. So your core business, there you probably have a project management system for your company or for your business, but these are, if you want to say, side projects, other stuff which is going on. Okay, often things related to personal improvement or what have you. Okay, so this is projects. Let's see how we're doing with time. So I think I'm going to stop here, and we're going to go into areas in the next video. Okay, so this is for projects, and in the next video we will be covering areas. See you there.